Chiney Ogwumike.
Nicely done, Max.
Thank you. Two-time All-Star. The Lakers are back to 500 following a 108-88 loss to the Phoenix Suns last night. LeBron had an interesting comment saying, quote, "We have no idea what this team can be," end quote. Chiney, how concerned are you about the Lakers?
You know, usually I say when you have a LeBron James team, don't panic. It might be time to hit the panic button because we see LeBron James, drop 30, and normally we're like, all right, they have to win if he's dropping 30. That's not the case. This team needs help. This team needs defense. They need Anthony Davis back. They're not going to get that. They need answers. And I think it really starts with them looking at themselves and saying, we're going to have to play team basketball and not rely on our stars.
Chiney, according to Tim McMahon, it was widely reported going into the season that Kings guard DeAaron Fox is off the table, right? But there's been a lot of smoke now, enough to suggest that maybe that's not the case at this point. Who needs to trade for DeAaron Fox right now if he is indeed available?
I'm curious, and I'm looking at you, Max. The Knicks. I think it would be really interesting to see him in the Garden now. I know a lot of people are very specific on who they want playing for the Knicks, but you're having a situation with your point guards, Kemba, Alec Burks. You're not sure about how that's figuring it out. I like DeAaron Fox, who can push the pace, who can get you a bucket, and he's like young. He gets with the vibe of R.J. Barrett and Julius Randle. And so I'm looking at the Knicks like maybe you take a good look. I know the money is heavy, but it's a good look for the future.
If his three starts to fall, he's a whole different level of player, too. So Steph and the Warriors are having an excellent start, Chiney. They're presently number 2 in the Western Conference, and they look like a strong contender for the NBA title. And look, Steph broke the all-time three-point record. I get it. He was already the best shooter who ever lived. Chiney, until it matters most, he has not been that in the finals. Can this be the year where Curry finally wins a title and is the best player on the floor?
100,000%. This could be Steph Curry's year again. And as a player, you tend to think, how do I stay motivated? Draymond Green has talked a lot about his children, motivating him, and we're seeing a great version of himself. Steph Curry, I think he looks at Finals MVP, and he also looked at the record books and said, you know what, I'm going to finish this year as the greatest shooter ever from 3, statistically. Got that? And then now, when we compete, I'm going to be the Finals MVP. No longer Kevin Durant there. Klay is coming back later. This is my narrative to win and to have. That's the only thing he has left, Max. So the Warriors, they put themselves in a fantastic position, not only developing players over the last decade or so, but also Steph Curry owning the narrative, greatest shooter of all time, top 5 in scoring, and then when it comes to the playoffs, if he's there, I'm telling you, Steph Curry passes up on shots just in the betterment of the team. He's not going to do that in the finals anymore. Not at all.
I'm so glad you said, owning the narrative. That's right. Players write the script. Well, I'm asking the question, you're hating on. I'm not hating on Steph. I am noticing what has happened so far, right? Like LeBron wrote that script in 2016. Steph didn't have to get blocked.
Yep.
He didn't have to throw the ball out of bounds. And if he comes up big now, he has written the script again. This time he has, as we used to say, Chiney, I don't know if the kids say anymore, flipped the script. Do they still say flip the script?
Flip the script. We still say that. Yeah.
You still say flip the script in that generation?
We do.
Chiney, it is always great to talk to you. Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.